What is up, guys? It is your boy here, Ice Shot, and in today's video we're actually going to be starting a series, and this series is going to be called Comparing. And pretty much in this we're going to be comparing two operators, typically from the same group, like an attacker or a defender, and we're going to see which one's better. Now these guys are going to typically consist of the same CTU, but probably not at the same time, because obviously operators or similar operators with similar gadgets don't really come in the same CTU. But anyways, so pretty much how we're going to start the series off is pretty much we're going to be taking three core things. The first is the operator's speed, the second is their weapons, and third is their gadgets. So in this video we're going to be going over Sledge, let me just show him right here, and Buck, which I don't have unfortunately, but I've still seen gameplays which makes me believe that he's also very good. But anyways, let's take a look at Buck, or Sledge first. So first off, Sledge has two primary weapons. The first is the M590A1 shotgun, which is a 12 gauge pump action shotgun favored by the SAS, which is optimal at close range. Anyways, the LA582 is a assault rifle, which is favored by SAS for medium to long range combat. This thing takes 5.56 times 45mm rounds. Now the damage on the shotgun is 48. The mobility is 50 and the capacity is 7, while at the LA582, the damage is 47, the fire rate is 670, the mobility is 50, and the capacity is actually 30. Let's move on to the secondary weapons. So the first one is the first gun on the list is the P226 MK25, and this handgun is a SAS 9mm handgun with a large magazine, packs a good punch for short to medium range assaults. Now this thing does 50 damage, it has 45 mobility, and the capacity is 15. Now I personally, and a lot of people would recommend the machine pistol because obviously it's better, but anyways, so this thing is a small size submachine gun with a high rate of fire, lethal package, and disciplined hands. Now this looks pretty good. I personally like to rock the shotgun with the SMG-11. Anyways, he has frag grenades and the stun grenades. Obviously you should probably use the frag grenades because they're better, and there's only like a handful of people who actually have grenades on the attacking side, and then the stun grenade a lot of people have, so just use the frag grenades because they're better. Anyways, so let's move on to Buck. Or wait, I almost forgot. We have to do two more things. So the first thing is the speed. Now, if you actually look here, no, not there. If you actually look here, Sledge is a 2 armor 2 speed, and this is actually pretty good because you can use him as either a operator who's more laid back, or you can use him as more of an aggressive player depending on your play style and the guns you use. But anyways, let's move on to his gadget. His gadget is the tactical breaching hammer, also known as the Caber, or Caber. I don't know how you pronounce that, but because these guys are from Scotland. But anyways, so pretty much he just has a breaching hammer, and this can be used on hatches and floors. And honestly, personally, that's great, obviously. And also on top of that, you can Kool-Aid other players as well. But anyways, now that we have Sledge covered, I think. Wait, do we have him covered? Yeah, we do. Let's move on to Buck, which, like I said, I don't have, but let's just check his thing out. So Buck has a skeleton key, which is a toggled underbarrel shotgun attachment on his main weapons. Now the first one is the cameras. Now the cameras is actually a DMR, which is good, but and then after there's his fully automatic rifle. This thing has a lot of recoil, actually the most in the game. Honestly, I don't recommend using this gun, so I recommend just primarily sticking with the cameras. Anyways, the secondary weapon is the MK, or is the secondary. Hold up, let me check because I have Frost. Hold up. Technical difficulties here. Actually, this isn't really a technical difficulty. It's the 9mm, or it's an MK1 9mm, and this gun is actually pretty good if you know how to use it. But anyways, so now that we've covered all of his guns, let's move on to his gadget. Not his actual gadget, but his gadgets. Let's actually check his gadgets real quick, shall we? Oh, hold up, my controller's gonna die. I don't want to stop talking in the middle of a video because obviously that'd be very embarrassing. But anyways, so pretty much a Buck, Buck has, he has grenades and stun grenades. Now you should probably use the frags because obviously, like I said, there's not a lot of people with frag grenades, so you should just go ahead and use the frag grenades because they're better. But anyways, so now that we taken a look there, let's go ahead and take a look at his speed. He's a 2 armor and 2 speed, which honestly is pretty good, especially for him. Like I said, you can be more laid back or you can be more aggressive. It depends on your playstyle and the guns you use. But anyways, now let's take a look at his actual gadget, the skeleton key. Now the skeleton key can breach through pretty much everywhere you want except reinforced hatches or reinforce anything, to be honest. And honestly, this is pretty good. They make decent holes. You probably shouldn't use him. I personally recommend Sledge, but we're gonna get onto that later. Anyways, when I say later, I mean right now. So we've covered 2 operators, Sledge versus Buck. Who wins? So, in my personal opinion, I would have to pick Sledge. Now, you're probably saying, well, this isn't fair because, well, first off, I don't actually have Sledge, or I don't actually have Buck, so how would I know? Well, first off, I've seen gameplay. Honestly, he looks like a pretty bad person, at least in my personal opinion. He looks like one. Yeah, sure, he is Canadian like me, but I'm not really a person who likes somebody just because of their country of origin. But anyways, so pretty much, yeah, so I recommend Sledge because first off, he has a very, very, very basic gadget, and that's just a breaching hammer. Personally, I think that's like the best and most simple gadgets. But honestly though, this is all up to you guys. Personally, I would go Sledge, but this is all up to you guys. So you guys pick, and pretty much, yeah, you guys just pick who would win, who won this, and everything like that. Anyways guys, that's all for the video. If you enjoyed, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel.